You can record. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All yours, Diana.
Okay, we're gonna call the meeting to order. I'm sorry, it's 6:10 instead of 6:05. And first on the agenda is any secretary's comments.
I sent out notes from our recorded meeting. I don't really have anything special to add. We did get a thank you. We did get a thank you from Salvation Army for our donation.
Okay, great.
Christmas.
Okay.
That's the only thing I actually have.
Okay.
Nick, how did we do in the Salvation Army contest?
I have no idea.
Oh.
This new person, this is totally new. She's been flummoxed because she never had as many kettles to worry about. So whenever I asked, she said she didn't have the information. So I haven't had time to re-ask, and I'll double check.
Okay. All righty. Well, thank you. We're going to go on to the club treasurer's report. I just got home from work, and so I ran them off really quickly. Dick, do you have a copy of them?
I don't have anything.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try to understand these reports because I just copied them shortly before the fact that I couldn't get into the meeting. Okay. Service account. I'm just going to hit the totals. Well, she has $8,954 in our service account.
Oh.
So that's looking pretty good. Okay, I'm going to go to, unless I'm misinterpreting these, and if I am, I will let you all know that I've screwed it up. Let's see. Administrative, she has $5,211.33. So I asked her for all this information, and she very nicely did send it to me. But I just got it at the last minute. And listen, folks, I can't balance my checkbook. So when I have to do this stuff, I'm reading what she's saying, but by next time I will have an explanation.
Okay, send them to me because it sounds like we should have a total amount in the budget of over 8,000.
Well, she says our grand total is $9,018.62.
Okay.
No, wait a minute. Down here is an end balance of $9,569.20.
Well, do you add the two together? That does it. If it's 8,000 and 5,000,
No.
it doesn't add up.
Don't ask me, Helen. I don't do numbers.
Well, I would imagine that it's probably the 9,000 figure.
Yeah, about she says $9,099.40.
And the
now,
last time she said
reports to you all.
She said it was about half and half, the larger amount actually in administrative. So yeah, if you send me that, I'll try to make some sense and get that sent out.
We've got an ending balance of administrative $5,092.11. Okay. And then in service, $4,007.20.
Oh, there, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, and our grand total is $9,099.40.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Yes. Can you
forward all these sheets of numbers, and so I'm just trying to make do with what I can do right now.
Did she send it to you in an email?
Yes, I can forward it to all of you, but I just got it today when I got home from work.
Okay. And she wanted a picture also when she emailed, and I sent her a picture of the aprons or the kids that serve.
Got all that she's got all that itemized. Everything on this report from the Christmas event is itemized. So
yeah, she just wanted a picture. So
she's covered it all. Okay. So I'm sorry, that was a really terrible report, but whoops.
We'll see it when you send it to us. And I'll
I
add
lost
it in.
you.
You're still there.
Okay,
I'm not on my screen. I'm
We
joining.
can see and
meeting.
hear you.
we can see you. What you need to do is click in the, I don't know where it is on your screen, but you need to be looking at a gallery. And
Like a small grid.
It just
There'll be
says
one of the
trying to
corners.
join a meeting.
in
please
the
enter
corner,
your
it
Zoom
should
meeting
say
ID.
view. At the top corner, right-hand side, it says, on my screen, it says view. And if you pull that menu down, click on gallery.
Okay. I'm not seeing that. Says click your specific issue below and I'll help you find a solution. I said, I'm joining a meeting. Well, folks, if you can see me, I can't see you.
Okay,
I know I'm the problem child here. I don't know why. This happened to me last time too.
I'm gonna need to come over to your house and sit down with you to. work
Okay.
on Zoom.
Let's do that. But for now, let's just move on.
Okay, let's move on to Roxanne.
Okay, Roxanne.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks for
Roxanne
joining. I'm sorry I
is
can't see you.
joining us this evening to share some information. There was a new part of the development of the park coming up. And she had emailed me some information, and she's also going to share information about a program we might be able to set up later on this spring for one of their projects. So Roxanne, it's yours.
Okay, so is that what everybody knows so far? I mean,
Yeah.
did you share anything more than that? Okay. So I'm here representing Boardman Arts Park. I believe all of you know about the park. Yes.
Yes.
Everybody. Yeah. Okay. So the interactive imagination space is the area that we've continued to develop. That's where the unicorn lives, and the wildflower maze and the art pieces. This spring, we are adding a large climbing structure. I don't know if you can see this if I hold it up, but we're adding, it seems to like not be in focus, but we're adding a large climbing structure that looks like an owl that will be, it just looks like a smeary blob of yellow and red. But anyway, that climbing structure will be 12 feet tall, 25 feet long, 10 feet wide, and you'll be able to climb up in it and turn a wheel. And that will be a new addition that we'll be adding this spring. In addition to that, the goal is to put in the water feature, and that's the piano where the water is going over the keys into a gravel bed, and then we'll have flowers in the where the harp would typically be in the piano. So those will be two really nice interactive additions. And oh, there's the piano. Yours works.
Cool.
So we've got the piano, we've got the contract to dig the well. We just need some weather and we'll be good. So those are going in. And so right now what we're looking for is a sponsor for musical benches. So we have these instruments. I don't know if that'll show. Can you see it? Nope, just a smear. So I hand drew some pictures. And so we've collected last year musical instruments. So I've got a couple saxophones and a couple of trombones. And I have the guy that welded our entrance off of Winter Street. He made the big hands that look like our entrance with the gates between the arms. He is going to fashion those musical instruments into benches, and they will be interactive benches. So there'll be symbols on the back of one of them that you'll be able to hit with mallets or xylophones, and then the arms will be saxophones, And I told him I wanted him to still be able to blow into them and make a sound, and not fill up with water so the tube goes down. And so we have been collecting those pieces and to have them pulled together into benches that would go around that piano. Each one of those costs a little bit of money to make that happen. So he's looking for like $950 to make a bench. So we're looking for a sponsor to do that, and with a plaque on it that recognizes Kiwanis evening, if you're so inclined.
And you had also mentioned possibility that we could check with the Noon Club and see if they would go in as well.
Yeah, that'd be great. And we could certainly put recognition for both organizations in there. But he told me they would be $950 each to put these benches together. So we start with one, and they would be functional benches. You can sit on them, but they would also be sort of musical playing instruments too. So you guys will have to talk amongst yourselves. And what questions do you have for me?
Is there have you given any thoughts to like a GoFundMe that we might be able to help publicize or something for some of these?
We just had a big fundraising activity at the end of the year. So when we raised $23,150, and that was to finish the paver paths, get the trees and the dirt for the imagination space, and to pay for the well for the water feature. So now, instead of going back to the community and asking for 25 again and again and again, we thought we'd try to go to sponsors to see if we couldn't find candidates to be sponsors for these specific things. And so some will say yes, some will say no. We try all different avenues. We do have some fun. We do have events coming up. It's our event season and grant season. So we're pursuing a variety of things, but we thought we'd see if this might be of interest to you all.
And if you can send me events that you would need volunteers for, I'll publicize them.
Sure.
Is there any thought to involving the Central Ohio Symphony in any of this?
I know you mentioned that. We had done concerts in parallel with them in the past when I was involved with the Northwest Neighborhood Association. Our stage is, I'd have to have an awfully small footprint of the symphony, though we're talking about moving Harmony in the Park from the gazebo to the park. The city asked me about that recently, and I haven't, and I know they're a performer in there as well as a concert band and others. I haven't gotten clarity whether that's going to happen this year or not, but they would be a part of that, and there would be a weekly concert at the park at that time. So they would be on our little stage that's there in the imagination space where all of our seating is, and all of our fun little benches and stuff.
Yeah. The symphony now has put together a number of small little groups.
Oh,
So that might be something I could work with Warren and maybe get some publicity that way. Let me also bring,
sure.
I'm going to brainstorm with him too and throw out this this proposal to him and see if there might be a way we can involve the symphony putting out some feelers too for sponsors.
Okay, that'd be great. So we also, we are going to have a donor reception at the end of April, and have a performer there, but be bringing some of the key sponsors, recognizing them during that event. So we certainly would welcome representation from your organization there, since you've been good sponsors for us up till now. One other thing about that, though, Ernest Aquancha, who is the artist who made the unicorn, he will be coming to America from Lagos, Nigeria, and being a speaker at this donor reception. So if you would like to have him speak at a Kiwanis event, we could make arrangements for that while he's here too. So that, I don't know if you're interested in hearing from him, but he's an interesting guy. He's done TED Talks and he was on BBC. It was BBC Africa, not US, but
And I've got the dates for that, so I'll share that with the group.
okay. Great. One other thing I wanted to mention to you or ask of you is I saw in your minutes that you were going to be a food vendor at the arts festival. And I wondered if there was somebody I could talk to about perhaps the vintage festival for your food truck.
Well, our food truck is a little bit of a concern.
It's more of a food tent at
Yes,
this
we
time.
don't have, I know we don't have Keith on the call, but we had this, well, and Judy's not here either. Is
Yeah,
Judy here?
Judy's here.
Yes, I am.
Judy's here.
Right in the middle.
Well, I have to hit my little arrow. I'm not sure where we stand with the food vendor trailer.
I don't think there's a working trailer yet. I think they're quite a ways away from what.
It's not ready, right?
Yeah, no. I think we're going with the tent for Arts Festival as far as I know.
Okay. Well, then with that information, Roxanne, I would say that we're not a good idea for a food truck, but
Okay.
it doesn't mean we can't do something to assist you.
So, but the health department would approve what you're doing with the food, with the food tent, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So the Vintage Festival, just so to think about, talk amongst yourselves, the food tent or the festival, that Vintage Festival is a breakfast oriented festival. So it's, they're a place that's going to like donuts and coffee and breakfast sandwiches if you were so inclined to do that kind of thing. So I don't know if you have hot food or cold food, but it starts at 8 o'clock in the morning and people are always looking for coffee.
Yeah.
Our coffee, we had a coffee trailer, Sunny Sips, who came last year. They can't make it this year. So our Vintage Festival is May 13th. It's Mother's Day weekend. So I don't know, like, go buy your mother a donut, go buy her something from the Arts Festival and go see her Sunday. I mean, what the heck? But
Well, I've been going to the Vintage Festival for the last two or 3 years, and it's really an awesome place. It is an awesome event. So
well, good. Well, you're welcome to be a part of it. Let me know. I mean, I'm not charging vendors anything to participate. The food vendors, we just want to have a good selection for our patrons and our
Okay.
vendors.
thank you.
So if that's of interest to you, just have somebody get in touch with me on it. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
I've been out of town the last 2 years, unfortunately, on the same day. So hopefully this year I won't be.
May 13th, mark your calendar, stay in town.
We'll be in town, Roxanne.
Okay. Good.
Okay, we'll work on that. Okay,
All right.
there's so many ideas. We've got
Yeah, we could easily do coffee because we've got big coffee urns and
We
a
have
gigantic pot.
coffee.
Yeah, could do coffees and
We could bring something if
Yeah.
the club would like to do that. I think that'd be fun.
okay. Well, you guys decide and let me know.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
much. I appreciate you.
All right. I'll
everything.
back off and let you talk amongst yourselves.
Okay, thank you.
See you
Thank
soon.
Okay,
Bye.
be well and happy. Okay, well, the Roxanne adventure came later than when I sent my list out. So I'm going to go back to what I had thought we were going to be doing. So let's see, Judy, do we have any problems with our program schedule before we talk about your other specialty?
I don't think so. Sharon, you're still on for the Key Club
Yes,
on the 21st. Okay,
Okay,
and
so if we're doing okay with that, that's awesome. And do you want to mention the little library now since we're doing service?
Sure. I think you all know that we were trying to get into the library or the laundromat
Yeah.
to have a little reading room there, and that didn't work out. And I saw last week in the paper that the Sunbury Kiwanis had put up a shelf in a little space at the office that the health department has in Sunbury. So I talked to Jackie Bain to see if perhaps they'd like to do similar thing at the new building, and she said that whoever she talked to said yes, they'd like us to be involved, but that's as much as I know right now.
Okay, well, at least that idea, you know, we earlier on, we said we have books, we have a bookcase, we have a rug, we have a little table, we have everything that we need to do to provide a little library somewhere for children. So I think we'll just continue to pursue that and see. I'm not sure when their new building is going to be ready though.
I think
They're
it's
hoping to
early
be in
spring.
by April.
In the spring, April, maybe?
Yeah, they
Yes.
said in the newspaper they were expecting to be in March, but Jackie Bain said that it's probably going to be more like April. And we can even say something to her tomorrow at our meeting about the book
Yes,
case.
coming to our meeting,
Well,
which is
yeah,
really good.
Yeah, that's who I've talked to, Dick, was
Yeah,
Jackie.
good.
Okay,
Do
so
we need a motion to do this, to pursue, or just to do it? plain
actually,
do it?
we had a motion to do it back in August
And
At the
that was
laundromat.
at
but
the
do you need-
laundromat.
in the laundromat. But
Yeah.
do you think there's a concern about where the location? Do we need to go over that again?
I wouldn't think so.
I think we agreed to do it. We just didn't have a location.
Okay,
And our idea was laundromat, but that didn't work out. So we're, I think we can proceed, you know. So Judy, will you try to keep us up to date if you are in
Sure.
touch with Jackie Bain, please? We'll see you on Tuesday night at our meeting, which is really nice. Is Dee Dee back?
yeah, I'm here.
Dee Dee, do you want to talk to us about the NEC checks or anything we need to be aware of coming up?
Well, the one, you know, Jackie's coming tomorrow to the meeting to talk about CarFit, which is for seniors. And basically what it is a program that helps you find out where your blind spot is, as your seat
Oh, really?
adjustment, your
Interesting.
steering wheel, all that good stuff. There is a CarFit event, which she asked me to help with, which is April 19th from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Powell Police Department, but I'm going to be out of state. So if somebody else can help with that, basically it's kind of the same thing as you do kind of an intake to get the people's name, address, that pertinent information, so that the technicians can then proceed with the CarFit
Okay,
part. So that is April 19th, 5 to 7 at the Powell Police Department. And then the only thing they have on their calendar right now for a car seat inspection event is on March 4th from 10 to 4 or 10 to 1 at the Liberty Township Fire Department on Sawmill Parkway. Which I told Jackie I can help with that one. They don't have anything else posted on their calendar, and I'll ask her about it tomorrow night too, to just keep me informed.
okay. Is that also through the health department, Dee Dee?
Yeah, all of this is through the
Yeah.
health department.
Cool.
Yeah,
Well, I
that
think
was one of
we'll
the
get
things
some-
I think she'll mention. They've changed things a little bit, and I'm sure she's told you, Dee Dee, that with all their technicians now, they're sort of doing them all separate. So we may not be as busy as we have been in the past.
I think after our meeting tomorrow night, we'll have some opportunities to
Yeah.
volunteer. So, and Dee Dee, you're not available on April 19th, but you are planning to do that March 4th?
Yes.
Okay,
I can do the 19th. I'm free on that one.
What's wrong?
I have to check. Who did we lose?
Blake's just
Blake's gone. He
walked
just,
away from the
Oh,
camera.
Blake is doing something
Oh,
else.
Sharon,
But-
we've lost Sharon.
Mm-mm.
Oh, but she has to
Okay.
go to, she may have to go to Circle K.
No,
Okay,
I'm here.
She's
Sharon's
Sharon's
here.
still there.
Circle K going
Oh,
on.
I've lost her on the screen.
Okay, Circle K is, she said, or she shook her head, no, she's not leaving for Circle K.
No.
Oh, there you are up in the corner now. All right.
Okay, well, going on with service opportunities, I had down that I was checking about the author visit. We did hear from Carlisle, and they do not want to do it the rest of this year. So I have called, I'm not giving up on this yet. I called Buckeye Valley West, only because my grandson goes there, and it's closer to our city than going to Ashley. And she did. The good news is, after like 2 days, she called me back. Now, I was working at the time, and she left a message, and I tried calling back and did not get her. But I'll call her tomorrow, and then I'll send you an email if I get anywhere. But what I'm thinking is, here's the deal. If we were going to try to do something with reading to children or with children, it would be easier to go to Buckeye Valley West, which is 10 minutes out of town, than going to Ashley. However, if this doesn't work out with the author visit at Buckeye Valley West, I have all kinds of connections with the Buckeye Valley East people. My daughter-in-law's sister is there as the principal, and Christine Anthony, who is the curriculum person, I used to work with her in Mount Gilead. So I have a little bit more of my toe in the door there. However, the gal who is the new principal of Buckeye Valley West, and they've changed about 3 in the last 4 years. She seemed interested. So I'm going to call her tomorrow, and then I will let you know how that goes. But I haven't given up on it. The problem is, because Woodward didn't respond, and then we did get a good response from Carlisle in a timely manner, and that's fine as long as they're willing to let us know that it's not going to work. And however, it's interesting. My neighbor said, they've been having some concerns about the library books at Buckeye Valley. So I'm going to make sure I have that good conversation with the principal about that. We're not trying to be a problem. She doesn't need a problem. So we'll see how it goes. But there's good news is that, bad news is Carlisle can't do it this year. But the good news is maybe Buckeye Valley West would be interested. So
Can I
Diana,
give
I will report.
feedback?
I'm sorry.
Can I give you feedback from what my
Sure,
daughter
sure.
said?
Absolutely.
The one thing she said is that author is kind of out there and it's a little different. So that's why they declined.
Oh, out there and different. Okay.
Yeah. So, but as far as probably volunteering to read there, that might be a total different
Different thing.
response.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it. I had no idea. So, I'm just going on the fact that he's a member, and I've been involved in his books for years and years. So that's fine if that's your perspective. So it may not work out at Buckeye Valley West either. So maybe we can talk with him about reading with our children and not, and just not offer that at Buckeye Valley West. So thank you for that, because it helps me know what I need to say when I talk to her. So, okay. Okay, the only other thing, food insecurities, we talked at our roundtable that we were going to start bringing soup this year, or this month. So the food insecurities issue would be that we would bring 1 or more cans of soup, and I will see that it gets to people, neighbors in need.
And I have to apologize. I totally forgot to put that in
Okay,
for
So-
people to bring in.
can you amend that for me?
I can,
Yes.
I can try to send something out between now and tomorrow that if anybody has canned soup to bring it in.
Okay,
With the idea that it's easier for the open lid
okay,
kind.
we'll do what we can do, okay?
Is that for just this week, or is it also include the one on the 21st?
The whole month.
The whole
whole-
month is soup. That was when we had a roundtable discussion, that's what we decided.
Okay.
Okay, the other thing that I want to bring up that maybe you haven't been as connected to is the First Family Project. And interestingly enough, that's like bags that you give to children in foster care, which is the governor's project this year. The interesting thing about it is there's a list of things that you can bring together and put into bags and give to foster children. But if you buy the kit from them, it's $35 per bag. So I don't know if you all want to even consider this as a service project, but I thought I'd bring it up to you. I'll have copies tomorrow night for you to look at. And you know, it's like fleece blanket, journal, pencils, pens, sharpener, color book, toiletries, toothpaste, toothbrush, shampoo and conditioner, soap, deodorant, comb, hand and body lotion, 11-inch teddy bear, and a Kiwanis keychain.
Yeah,
So-
there's a lot of clubs that have gone ahead and done that. They send everything in bulk.
And then you just
So you
assemble
have
it
to
and then you
assemble
give it
them?
out. Okay. Well, it might really have something to do with how many foster children we have in Delaware County.
When I checked with them and she said, number one, they don't have a whole lot of space to store things, but they wouldn't need more than maybe 5 to 7 at a time and would let us know when they needed more. And she was wondering if we could probably alter some of those and put some items for toddlers, like binkies and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, right?
Yeah. But she said they wouldn't want a whole bunch at any one time. And I'm noticing from what I'm seeing posted on the Kiwanis page is that a lot of these clubs are getting 10 or less and they're distributing them because nobody wants a big quantity.
Okay. I do know that when we were and Helen and I were in Mount Gilead, we did this too, only we did it on our own. We just got the bags and filled them ourselves. And yeah, they do get weary of bringing a lot of things into their office to be ready for children in this situation. So I just thought I'd bring it up as you know, if you want to consider it or not, we can either order a few kits and have them available. Did she say how many at a time? 9, 5?
She said probably no more than 7 of the teen kits and a couple of the younger toddler kits.
Okay.
So be under 10.
Well, everything is the same, so it doesn't really.
Well, what we would have to do,
teen as toddler.
we would probably, if we did 1 or 2 with the things that she listed, she sent me a list of what she would like to have in the younger things. We could just take some of the things out for the older ones and hold them back. And
Okay,
pick up.
so I guess the question is, 1, do we want to participate? And 2, if so, how many kits would we like to order? Because if we take it on ourselves, we would have to be collecting all of these items.
Yeah.
And
If we do this project, do we give them to the district and they distribute them? Or do we take them and distribute them to our county?
We distribute them to our
To
county,
our
to the
county.
Jobs and Family Services here.
Yeah. we do it here. It doesn't go anywhere else. So is there any interest in pursuing this?
When we had our meeting in the summer, one of the things that came up was to be involved with this particular group.
with
Yeah.
foster
Yeah,
care children,
with
yeah.
foster care. And so I think it's a good project and I would recommend that we go ahead and at least order 5 of the kits, if not more.
It might
I'll-
be just easier to get 10 because we could easily store some, if she's looking for 7 and we do 3 for toddlers, that would be our
That's
10.
10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Are they each $35 a piece?
yes,
yes.
but
But
that's
you
everything
have the
included.
backpack too.
Everything's in the packet.
And that would be cheaper than us trying to do it ourselves. I
And
believe.
buy all the individual things. I'm sure they've thought of that.
It's uniform. They've been able to get everything by bulk.
I'll make a motion that we join this project and get 10 bags.
I'll
Good.
second.
Second. Is there a second from anyone?
Who did?
Sue,
Okay. we
pick
got-
up. Diana can't hear you.
I'm sorry.
She's got her
I'm doing
hands.
the best I can. I'm not
she's
doing well.
waving. Sue's
Sorry,
gonna do-
the people
Second.
around me. I didn't think you'd be able to hear me.
Oh, okay. All right. So we have a motion and a second. Is there a discussion?
No.
Okay. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Okay, nay. Okay, so we have plenty of money, so we're okay with money. So this is a good project. So let's plan to order 10 of the kits. And then, hi Sue, it's nice to see you. And then and then proceed. That is a good project. We should really be involved in the governor's project, which is a good thing for our club. And so thank you for that. We'll take care of ordering those kits for the kiddos. Helen and I are part of that group that try to do it all themselves and get all the
Yes.
pieces and parts and get them into bags. That's
And we
not an
froze.
easy thing to do.
Helen,
to be
you
very
remember
honest.
we froze in my garage?
Mhm, I do.
Yeah, and Judy and I think Sue, were you there?
Okay.
Probably. We had like 4 people there working on them, so.
Yeah, thank you for that, because that was.
I'll
a
go
tough
ahead and
project.
order them.
Will you order them for us,
Yeah.
Jack?
I'll
Okay.
order 10.
Okay. All right, I'm under other. I'm gonna say, I have to tell you that I received I'm trying to pull this meeting to a closure here. I received we were cordially invited to attend the Marysville 100th anniversary. It's on March 13th at 5:45 p.m. We'll send all the information out to you. It's at the New California Presbyterian Church. Now, this is interesting. We RSVP to Laura Briggs, and I've known Laura for years. Okay, this invitation includes one member of our club as a guest, and additional members are invited at $25 per person.
Well, let me add to that. I received a letter asking me to be the speaker and that Jim and I were going to be comped. So
Well, we got 2 comped.
And
then
I was
we
too,
got a comped.
as division secretary.
So you get to go as division secretary, Dick?
Yeah.
Okay, well, if anyone else would like to go, I just want to put it out there to the board first, okay? And it is on the March 13th at 5:45. And we'll send this information out to you. And the absolute deadline is February 28th.
Yeah.
this is rather important because this is one of the clubs that our club actually started,
Sponsored.
sponsored.
So,
So it is important, and they are our neighbors, and they're worth our time. So please let me know if you would like to go, or let Dick know, and he will make sure that all the
Yeah,
reservations.
bring me your copy, because that's not what I have.
But that's not what you got?
No, it doesn't say anything about $25 or anything.
Oh, really?
Bring
Okay,
that to me, I'll photocopy it and send it out.
okay. That's fine. Good.
Sue is smiling.
Yeah, we never know, do we?
She's got
Okay.
people around her.
Is there?
Yeah, she's an Asbury.
On to other things, is there a health fair at Source Point? Dick?
Pardon,
Oh.
there's a health fair. Judy, what date was it? It was
Yeah, it's in
Is that
June, and
June.
that
It's
was
not till
what
June.
we talked about doing that to distribute our Chad stickers.
Okay, but that's not until June, so we don't have to
Yeah.
make a commitment now, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, any comments about the social at Blend of Seven?
It was
That was
fun.
great.
Great.
It
It
was
was
fun.
fun.
Yeah, it was.
Mm.
George
it was very
enjoyed it
nice.
too.
My chocolates are nearly gone.
Who got chocolate?
I did.
Oh, okay.
Tom had it, then it went to Bob Reed's, then it ended up with Sharon.
Okay. Well, Tom brought
Somebody
home
got a
two
bottle of
little-
wine.
oh,
I think that
well,
was,
I took the cooler, but anyway, Tom brought home two little stuffed animals. I had to put like little bows on these things and donate them because I have a whole bunch of stuffed animals now. Okay, what else?
Membership in the chamber.
Membership. Anything going on with that? I have yet to contact, yeah, the township hall where we had our party. They were interested in becoming a corporate member, but I have yet to get in touch with people, and that's my bad, so I'm sorry.
Okay, but this was the Chamber of Commerce.
Chamber of Commerce?
Yeah, updating on that.
Okay, well, tell us about it, Dick.
We are now members. We're listed online on their Delaware Area Chamber of Commerce page. We're in their newsletter, and Diana and I actually went to the annual dinner.
Oh, nice. You're
And she was quite amazed. There's a lot of networking to do, and I managed to give out a number of cards.
Yes, we did.
And
And it was
I have gone to the orientation, so there's all different things that we can do to get publicity through their newsletters and stuff, and we'll have to take advantage of that.
so luckily he had remembered his cards, which I didn't. And so we gave out several cards.
Yeah.
And talked to Deanna Brandt. She loves Dick's pies. She got his pies at the auction. She can't wait till the next auction because she already knows that she's going to bid for those. And I said, she works right above the PNC Bank. I said, why don't you come down the street and join us for dinner? And I don't know if she'll join us or not, but she
Well,
did say maybe her assistant might come.
but there might be a way. She's president of the Morrow County Club, but maybe we could convince her as she steps down that it makes more sense to just join us.
I somehow think that her organization wants her to connect with Morrow. I got that impression when I was there. She's been the president for like 4 years, 4 or 5
Oh,
years.
gosh. Well, then
She
we
was the
need to get
president
her to
before I
have
moved here.
somebody to do the Delaware connection. So
Yes.
there you go.
So anyway, we talked to her and some other folks, and it was a terrific evening, and it was quite interesting. It's it's a big expense. Dick and I both paid for our tickets, but the networking was worth it. So that was nice. Our next meeting is March 6th.
Can I throw out one more thing?
Oh, sorry.
The last couple of years, we have sponsored soapbox derby cars for the second ward. And that has actually been a good way to connect with them. We have to figure out if we're doing it again. It runs us about $125 a car, so it's $250. I got some feedback that a couple of our first year students have gone on and competed in STEAM and STEM events down in Columbus. So
Well, good. Okay,
Nice.
I think it helps them out. I'd like to get more publicity out of it other than an article in the paper. But we can.
but we do have, the cars have our name on the side, right?
Yes, they do. And I'd like to get something going with the cars, maybe at Boardman,
Oh, okay.
have an event there around the cars.
Oh, okay. All right, how do we feel about being in Soapbox? We probably have to make that decision.
Yeah.
I move that we sponsor 2 cars again.
Good job.
Mhm.
I'll second.
Sue is just, where are you? Where are you?
She's
You're
at
in a
Asbury.
place.
She's got chorists.
I'm in, I'm in the church office and the chorus is coming in and they're all making faces at me.
Oh,
So they
So,
know she's on a meeting.
oh, that's a symphony chorus coming in.
okay,
Okay.
all those in favor?
No, that's
Aye.
my job.
I'm trying to get her out to her chorus.
Is there a
thing.
second to that?
Yes.
Dee
Dee.
seconded.
Dee Dee.
Okay, and then any discussion? Okay, all those in favor, please say aye.
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 Okay, thank you, Sue, it's covered. All right, I'm wondering if there's anything else. I have the next meeting. Is there anything that anyone else would like to add before we adjourn?
Do we need to discuss what Roxanne talked to us about?
Good idea. Okay. That's
I have
another
to
thing coming
go.
up.
Bye.
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 Thanks,
Bye.
Sue.
Enjoy
Sue.
Chorus.
It's a little
To me,
costly.
it's-
It's $950
I was gonna say-
item.
It's a
Yeah.
lot of money
We
for,
could maybe share.
Maybe
Yeah.
if we could get the new club to go in, we could do a combination bench for the 2 clubs.
well, even maybe like Morrow County or Sunbury where the 3 of us, do they ever?
Well, since it's a
I'm not sure
Delaware
Sunbury would
Arts
wanna do
Park,
that.
I don't
I
know if
don't
we
think-
could go
yeah.
beyond Delaware.
Yeah, it's clear in Delaware.
Sunbury isn't Delaware County.
They are, but the park is far away for them.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Actually,
Yeah.
I don't get to bring it up, but I think it's a good project just to put our own,
Yeah.
only being the only name on the back of the bench rather than having it be 2 or 3 different people. But, and I think it's a cool idea. So, but I don't get to move that.
One
I
thing
go to
we-
I
that
think-
park a lot. My
I think
daughter
it-
lives across the street and my other daughter lives on Griswold, so I mean, we go there with the kids, just
Yeah.
walking around and,
there's a lot more usage now than there ever was.
yeah, there is. There
We
is.
could
Doing some
also,
amazing
if we
things
decide
there.
to pursue this, I could put something on the Facebook page and say that we're taking part in this project and ask people in the community if they would like to be involved.
Well, yeah, I like that better than doing the GoFundMe thing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Well, and maybe just people within our club would like
Yeah.
to donate so much money toward.
I wouldn't mind donating.
I think it's a good, kind of a good move for us.
Diane, do you know we have a bunch down at Mingo Park?
Yes, I do know that.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Didn't know if you, yeah.
I've actually seen it, so yes, I
Yeah.
do. So you have a good point. We have a bench other places. It may not have been as expensive as this particular bench, but
Well,
we
it's
might-
interesting because we offered it to Boardman first.
oh, really?
Remember, we talked to her about it then and
I'm trying
Yeah.
to remember that.
I don't remember what the
forgot that.
excuse was, but
yeah.
You mean was it available or was it already in Mingo?
no,
Well,
we
well-
wanted to do a bench and we
Oh.
just,
but it's also before they got a lot of funding to do all the stuff.
Okay,
It was
we
too
still needed a
early,
bench.
probably.
well, our try to get the grant didn't work out. And looking at the numbers, I think we're we're in pretty good shape, and what are we here for? We're
Yeah,
here for service. So, and I go by that park all the time and I see all the, all the activity there.
let me work up something and send it out to the club.
What do you think about trying the Facebook thing? Not the GoFundMe, but just doing, we're doing it, and members may contribute, and then it not that much may end up coming out of our treasury.
I would not put it out to the community. I would put it out just to our members.
Our members,
because
just to our
Yeah,
members.
Right.
If we're
You
gonna put
know,
our on it,
We
we
don't
need
know.
to-
We may have enough donations from our members that
Yeah.
we don't really need to dip into our treasury that much. I would
Right.
just, after our experience trying to involve the Noon Club with that grant, I'm really not at the position right now, not that I don't love those people, but that I want to try to do that again. It's either we decide we'd like to try to go for it or we don't.
Yeah, I agree. I would like to go for it and just have
Well-
our name on it. So let me put something together and I'll run it by you, Diana.
What does everybody think? We need to have an agreement that we're going to try it or not.
Let's
Well-
try it and let's put it out to our membership
Yeah.
first to see if they would like to donate towards this project. And then the club makes up the difference if we don't have it.
Yeah,
That's a great idea.
yeah.
Okay.
And remember, Diana, we had also, as part of the grant, we said we'd follow through with it, even though the grant didn't get funded.
Yes, we did say
That
that. Yeah.
we're saying that we were going to be planning to present them with $500 a year. Actually, we
That's
didn't do
true.
500
And
last year.
actually yes, that's true. We have.
Could we use our happy dollars from some of our meetings toward that?
Well, that all goes in.
It all goes into our.
That all
regular
that goes
treasury.
into administrative.
But we
Yes,
can
we
move our
can.
administrative
But
over.
we
to
have
treasury.
enough money in administrative. We could just take it out of there.
Move it over.
Yeah.
Okay, do I have a motion?
I'll motion that we pursue this.
Yeah. I'll second it.
I was,
It's been moved and seconded that we pursue getting our own bench with our own name on it, with
Mhm.
trombones and clarinets and whatever instruments.
Yeah.
putting that piece together, which I think
Pretty
is gonna be
specific.
huge. And we do have a motion and a second. I think our brainstorming has really helped because we can say, hey, we can do this. Is there anyone, everyone in favor, please say aye.
I
Opposed?
Yeah.
Hearing none, we'll say the motion is passed.
All right.
So, Dick, do you want to let Roxanne know?
I will let
They
her
are
know
a
that
member
we're
of
going to
our
pursue
club, so
one bench.
we've been trying to support them if we can. So,
Yeah.
I'm to the end of my ideas. Anyone
That's-
else have something for the good of the group? Okay, next meeting is March 6th at 6 p.m. So via
And-
Zoom.
and
maybe
Diane will
make-
have a Zoom tutorial beforehand.
Yes,
Oh,
I
yeah.
will meet you and we'll
But I
have
bet-
wine and work on Zoom.
The thing is, I was,
that'll
I was
help.
in, but I didn't get the image. And I went through all the questions that they asked me and I was like, I don't know, I'll just click on this. So
I just
started
need to
clicking
show
on
you
buttons, and I
where on
finally
your
got that.
screen everything is to click on. So,
Promise, the
right.
tutorial before the next meeting.
I,
And
I'd
Cheryl,
like one more thing. You've heard me talk before, but our past district secretary and good friend of ours did pass away this last week. So I just wanted everybody to be aware of that.
Yeah. Sharon, Jim, and I will go to the funeral. Sharon and Jim will be at the calling hours tomorrow night.
and Tom and I are
Who
going to the
passed
funeral.
away?
Pardon?
Dave Whiteman,
Dave Whiteman.
Yeah.
he was our district secretary for many years and a personal friend of ours, so
does
Okay.
anybody have an address that I could send a card?
I
sent-
have, yes, I'll send it.
Okay, thank you. I did respond when it was on the Kiwanis page,
Yeah.
but I'd like to send a card. Or should we send a card from our club?
We send something from our club.
Mhm.
Yeah, Dick, I can give you that address and you can take it tomorrow night to the meeting.
Okay, yeah, do that. Now I'll share that at the meeting.
Okay, here's an idea that I can't move because I'm not in that position. But what they're doing contributions to Camp O'Bannon. And I just didn't know if our club would like to be recognized as contributing. It's for children with under privileged children go to Camp O'Bannon in Newark.
I'll
think
make that.
I was gonna say, I
recommendation.
think it's, I'm trying, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Helen.
No, I think it's a great idea. You know, since we had two governors in our club and they worked so closely with him. So I think I'll make a motion that we send some kind of a gift to that place that he said.
O'Bannon.
Camp
Yeah.
O'Bannon.
Is $100 too much? Is it? or do
I
we
think in light of the fact of how many years he was
Oh,
executive
yes.
secretary, I think that's more than fitting.
And you'd
Okay,
be
so-
interested to know that as past governors are replying, online to his passing, how many of us said we would not have made it through being a governor without him. And
Mhm.
I was surprised because it went all the way back to Denny Lehman, which is years before me. And so he literally nurtured me so that I could get through that job. And he had to change governors every single year.
Yeah.
And he did it. And yeah,
Well-
I agree. So we have a motion. Is there a second?
I second.
I'll second it.
Okay, there's Sharon or Jim or Dick. Any discussion? All right, hearing none, we'll vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
I,
Okay, opposed? Okay, so Dick, do you want
And
to?
I was
I'll
gonna
work
say-
with, I'll work with Deanna
Yeah.
Dina
To get
to do that.
What about a card and
I'll
from
do
our
a card.
You're the secretary, so you do the card. She gets the check to you. I think, and is it fine if we give it to Camp O'Bannon?
Oh, I
Is that-
think so.
Couldn't remember. what
Because
it
he was there all the time. That's where they held the fish fry and everything.
Yeah. Perfect for us.
Maybe if somebody goes to the funeral, there's probably a card or
Yeah.
an envelope that you can fill in there.
If we can get it together.
If you can get a check, if you can get a check before that.
I'll see what I can do.
Either way, we will
And-
have notice that
Yeah.
his passing, so that's
Okay.
good.
And
Thank
in
you
my,
everyone for that. Sharon, thank you for bringing it up.
Yeah.
and
Thank you.
in my motion, it would be $100. I
Yeah.
couldn't,
Yeah, that's
That
fine.
accept-
I've
I
got
think
that.
we accepted that.
okay, well, I wasn't sure if we said 50 or 100,
It
so.
was 100, I think.
yes.
Helen, you said 100, so we're going with you.
We're going
Okay.
with that. Okay. Anything else now? I mean, I'm sorry, Sharon, I should have brought that up.
Now,
Are we ready? I think we are ready to
we're
adjourn.
ready.
We're
I
ready.
need supper.
Thank you very much, everyone. Sorry I was the last to the party.